The robes are unique, designed for St Matthew's building and ethos, ancient, modern and grounded in Aotearoa. We're really quite a traditional church in the way that we do our liturgy. We think of ourselves as very connected to the community and modern in that sense, in our views and our connections with the world, but the way we do our worship is actually very traditional, and that's a real Anglican thing, being rooted in context and culture. The collection of robes that we had were some that had been made for us, some that had been given, some that had been inherited from retired clergy, and they weren't really a unified set. We thought it would be really wonderful to try and see if we could have something traditionally beautiful but that then also spoke to our more modern engagement with the world and do that all at once.
I'm an artist and designer, and my work is all about connecting people to nature. In this particular project with St Matthew's, it was all about creating a connection to this ecology and to the ministry of the church. The origins of the project started when Helen Jacobi, the vicar of St Matthew's, approached me. She was very aware, as the clergy were, that there was a dated set of vestments and the themes were scattered. When she asked me, my heart lit up, being a creator of sacred symbols, and also the fact that it was going to be a co-creative project and about the sense of the place, St Matthew's in the city, and enabling a wider conversation and exploration. So the design process did start 4 years ago, and that was when that seed was planted. And then it was a matter of exploring what was possible and meeting with Helen and Kate. Then we were able to see, okay, we'll set out a workshop to engage the community, which we did. I sat and I drew, so I came back to all of that knowledge that was drawn from looking at the church, the conversations, the workshop.
It was fascinating watching her walk around the building and take note of the details, and she was just absorbing the imagery. Then to see what came back, we were astonished.
Then I worked with my graphic designer Carol Green, who's a master, and bingo. We had a green light on print. The images are printed onto paper, they're transferred at very high heat onto this textile. It is a synthetic fabric, and so it will last through time. It is light fast and will launder really well.
How she had really listened through her creative process, up came the symbols, and that was amazing to watch. She's taken pieces of the building and pieces of our Aotearoa heritage and woven them into the symbols, along with traditional church symbols.
The symbol creation and that reflection of the church has come through also in the kiriru from the workshop. You know, people were really wanting that the spirit, the feathers, and a bird to be represented, and so the vote went out and it was the kiriru. Something that really struck my heart was the candle sculpture. It really embraced the architecture and the arches, and then these came through into the symbol of the chalice.
The symbol that she calls the chalice, the arms reaching up, also speak to me of the arches of the church, of Māori harakeke weaving.
We've got the trilogy, so the chalices, when you have them in the three, the Father, Son and the Holy Ghost.
In 1995, Nelson Mandela came to St Matthew's to thank the people of Aotearoa for the work in the anti-apartheid movement. And we have an iconic photo of him in our pulpit, and there is a banner underneath it. And the banner got lost somewhere along the way. No one could remember whose it was or where it came from. And so from the photo, we had Miranda and her team design a replica of it. So we now have our Mandela banner back again. She's woven all of those things together amazingly. The parish's reaction was that people were thrilled. Lots of people just walking in and gasping. They had seen the designs sketched, but they hadn't seen them in the flesh. And I can see also already from the comments online of people who are at home but watching online, they were also very excited. So when they come back to church in person, they'll be able to enjoy them.
Today has been really uplifting, and my happiness is everyone's happiness. You know, it is a big moment, it's a real investment, and it is an honouring of all the parts that are needed to create a really healthy, vibrant ministry.
It gives us an opportunity to celebrate the work of artists We have artists in our building from the very ancient stained glass windows, and now with the robes it's a reminder that we celebrate the work of artists and their offering in our midst every time we worship.
My hope for what these vestments, these robes and banners and stoles will bring the church is a connection to this place. You know, it's a reflection of them, it's a reflection of St Matthew's, their Christian faith and the ecology of this beautiful country that we live in.